this book and how Merck is involved with fishing. I could have many answers about our chemicals, lines of products, laboratory chemicals, and. But I'm sure that tonight many of you are asking yourselves the same question. The answer is very simple. In this book, Aziz Agha has put all his knowledge and tips about sport fishing collected during more than 3 decades. It is the first guide book for anglers about the salt water sport fishing status in Pakistan. Considering that Merck has decided to concentrate the corporate social responsibility projects in 4 areas, namely education, health, culture, and environment, I can now answer the question by saying that we see this book under the aspect environment, since it will create awareness about how to deal with the marine environment that needs to be preserved. And also under education, since it is a guide for the saltwater fishing sport in Pakistan. Additionally, of course, it can and will promote the tourism sector of the rich and diverse Pakistan's coast. May I finalize here by saying that there is no future without change. We all here need, at our level, individually and or in groups, proactively start to do something for the change, to make sure that we will have a safe environment for the next generations. By sponsoring this book, Merck is playing an active role in society and promoting the need of change. As you can see, at Merck, we do what we say. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. And shukriya.
Thank you, Mr. Koenig. I now have the honor in inviting onto the stage the guest for tonight, His Excellency Dr. Günther Mulak, the Ambassador of Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big hand.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear Mr. Koenig, Managing Director of Merck Marker here in Pakistan. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to be here with you tonight at the shores of Pakistan, coming from Islamabad, which is so far away from the sea. As I myself, being the son of a naval officer, used to spend all my childhood on the sea or near the sea, it is always a great pleasure to be here and to be, especially here tonight, at this launching ceremony of this beautiful book, which I have looked through already before, is a fascinating and very detailed guidebook to sports fishing, well, in Pakistan, off Pakistan's coast, or however you want to say it. And I think the book is so good, it could even be a guidebook for deep water sports fishing all over the world, because it's excellent, it has all the details and all the rules which should be followed. My own experience with the sea and with fishing, well, we did some fishing and once I had a tuna and on the line, and then did the big mistake that I tried to put it on the line, and then I saw on my hands quite a few scars, because these fishes are very strong fighters, and therefore it's always important to see that it is a sport, and that I don't think it is a sport for the masses, for millions of, let's say, sheikhs from the Arab Peninsula to come over here and get rid of the last fishes. I wouldn't like to see it in this way. So the kind of Pakistan's untapped brilliance I would rather leave aside. I think it should be a sport for those who are really dedicated to it, for those who love it. And the good thing is you have to go outside on the shelf about 50 to 80 miles from here. Actually, I was on the sea today sailing, but just in the harbor, a little bit outside, and I saw so many boats, and I had the feeling how much the people of Karachi love to go on the sea and enjoy the sea, and we saw many small fisher boats and trawlers coming back. So this book is really great. It is a wonderful book, and I can congratulate the author for this wonderful job. I also am feeling very proud as German ambassador on the fact that a German company like Merck is doing so much in the field of supporting educational, social, environmental issues here in Pakistan. That indeed is a very good thing to do, not just to sell us medical things which we sometimes need, unfortunately, but also to engage, to promote further developments in this beautiful country, Pakistan. And I think that is very good, very commendable, and I'm very proud of this. And we have to thank Merck Marker really for this engagement. What can I say more? The environment, as you know, is very much threatened for all of us. I mean, we read about the ozone layer, about the temperature going up. We feel it tonight, even here, even in Europe, temperatures going up. The sea is coming up further and further, and I don't think by taking out many of the big fishes we will be able to lower the sea again. But in some way we should be aware of all the environmental threats which are there in the future, and for the future of our environment we have to be much more aware of these things and should do more to prevent disasters. And we can attract tourism by it. It's wonderful, but I think it's a great sport, it's a wonderful book, and it's a good engagement by Merck. So once again, thank you very much for inviting me and my wife from the dusty hills from Islamabad to the blue sea and to the shores of Pakistan. It's a great pleasure for us to be with you, and we wish the author and everybody good success, and may the peace of the Lord be with us all.
Thank you, Dr. Mulak. It took our angler friend Aziz Agha 8 long years to compile this guidebook. It is appropriate to point out here what Rob Kramer, who is the president of IGFA, International Game Fish Association, which is the premier most fishing body in the world, had to say on Aziz Agha and his fishing guidebook. I quote Rob Kramer. Through his book, Guide to Saltwater Sports Fishing in Pakistan, and his work with Agha Sportfishing, great strides to promote ethical angling and conservation of marine environment are being achieved in Pakistan. Agha's Guide to Saltwater Sports Fishing in Pakistan is a comprehensive look at sports fishing throughout Pakistan and is a must-read book for any anglers wishing to fish in this part of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no choice but to invite the author of Guide to Saltwater Sports Fishing in Pakistan, Syed Aziz Agha. May I also request his wife Sabia Agha, his elder brother Ashraf Agha, and his son Shayan Agha to come to the dais and say a few words. All right, Sabia, I'm going to start with you. What is it like living with a mad angler? What is it like living with a